Good morning, Chelsea fans. Bright and early for some of us. I'm no West Coaster, but definitely early-ish nonetheless. How is everybody doing this morning? I hope everybody is up and excited to watch Chelsea play Villa. It's kind of funny. We haven't played on Sunday in a while, and so having watched the other matches and having to wait for this one feels a little interesting, I would say. So I'm excited though. I'm excited that Chelsea are back. Lineups will be coming out here in probably about 10 minutes. I think there's been a few leaked lineups as far as I can see on Twitter. I wonder if any of those are going to uh, be real at this point. So, but yeah, I'm just getting logged in, just getting caught up on what happened overnight. Thankfully, I haven't seen too much happen in terms of injuries or anything like that. In terms of Chelsea fans or Chelsea players in their um, and and updates. Obviously, we got the Reese update yesterday, but nothing on N'Golo Kante. I know he was supposed to see a specialist over the weekend as well. So yeah. Well, hopefully, no news is good news. I believe this early in the morning. Couple shout outs that I think we can do as we get started on the stream. I know right away I'll probably come back to this one at some point, but um, just want to shout out Emma Hayes, the women's manager. The players have "Get Well Soon, Emma" shirts on, which is proper top class from all of them, and really unsurprising that the women would do something like that. But yeah, if you don't know, Emma Hayes, the manager, underwent emergency surgery for some health issues. She has been fighting, but she's at home doing much better. This will be the first match that she misses from being on the touchline, as the women are currently playing Everton right now. I'm keeping track of that score to see how that goes with them today. They haven't played in a while either. They'll be kicking off here in about 10 minutes. Got their lineup, which is good. But yeah, we just so happy to hear that Emma is doing better. And then if you guys don't know, Lee Parker. Lee is the match day presenter, stadium announcer, all time, just awesome guy. He's now been at the club for 15 years. That's crazy. He's seen all the trophies, all the biggins, which is exciting for him. Super happy. He's been on the podcast multiple times. So we're just going to give him a big shout out, right, Lee, that he's celebrating that anniversary. So good for him. Good for him. What's up, RP Games? It is 6:48 a.m. where I am. I'm in Minnesota, the central time zone here. Not East Coast. They're an hour ahead of us, and then the West Coasters where Dan is. It is 4:49, which will be a 6 a.m. kickoff for him, which is no joke at all. All right. Like I said, we're getting ready for the lineups. Lineups will be coming in soon, but I think it's probably good that we start to look ahead at what is on the old Twitter timeline. In terms of Villa Chelsea preview stuff. Obviously, the players got in a while ago. There's Kepa. I think we all expect Kepa to start. Do we not? Kepa in goal for this one. See, we got Zakaria in there. Chukwuemeka. Obviously, he just came from Villa, so he's going to know a lot of those guys. Koulibaly. He looks locked in right there as he walks in. I think we're going to have to see, who comes up the lineup. I've heard a couple rumors. I heard that it'll be back three. I think I saw that Nisar predicted a back four. I've heard some rumors out there, so we'll just have to wait and see. Because at the end of the day, Graham Potter could care less what our formation predictions is. He's gonna do whatever he wants, and we're gonna be confused by it. Damien's headed into Houston for the game. The Bayou City Blues shout out. 8 a.m. beer feels a bit weary, but it's fine. Yes, sir. Feels a bit early. That's right. Shout out to the Bayou City Blues, the Houston chapter down there. Jesus Martinez was actually, I think, our first ever guest on the podcast back in 2014. Super throwback. That's amazing, Damien. What's up, Tobes? Good to have you here. I'm just checking the timeline to see what is going on as we get caught up before the lineups hit. We got some score predictions from everybody. 3-0 on here. Some lineups. 2-0, 3-1 Chelsea. 1-0 Villa 5. No, you always got to have a Villa fan in there. 3-1, 3-0. A lot of multiple goals. Do you guys feel like Chelsea are going to go out and win, 2-3-0? 2-3-0. Just go out and rock them. Villa are in a bad spot right now. Funny, we asked Matt Law on WhatsApp. I was like, oh, yeah, the Matt Law derby. He was like, you guys are going to just smoke us. So he is not confident at all. Look, Graham Potter again, dressed for success, ready to kill it today. Alejandro asks, how depressed are we all about Reece and Mount injuries? As soon as we start playing well, it goes wrong. I get it. I definitely get it. Reece is a setback. I want to get a little bit more information, right? Part of what you need to wait and see with Reece is how does he respond to the rehabilitation? How does he respond to the treatment and things like that? Because at the end of the day, there are some ways that he actually might recover faster. We just don't know, though, and it's terrible, terrible, terrible news. The FA's upset at Chelsea. Like, they can piss off. Like, do not care what the FA think. Chelsea obviously aren't going to damage Reece James any further, put him at more risk. I think that they're crazy for insinuating that him staying an extra day in Milan without medical, care has worsened his injury. As a lot of you know, I tore my ACL last year. I worked out on it, like not heavy, but like I was moving on it. I was living on it. Like I didn't damage it any further. And, he has ligament damage. It's not torn, obviously, but, like, it's the same thing. So, like, the FA just need to chill out, before they start a fight that they don't want to get into. What's up, Jeremy? As far as Mount, I think that I think that he was going to rest anyways with all the minutes he's played. I think him and Thiago you're not going to see today. So I think from my perspective, I'm less worried about Mount. It's probably very precautionary. I've heard bruising, but don't really know. Alejandro asks, why have they said anything why he won't need surgery? I don't know why, Alejandro, other than I'm going to assume there's nothing torn, right? If things are torn, then you need to fix them, usually with surgery. If it's a partial tear, sometimes they can fix themselves. Again, I'm no medical student or doctor. But if you just sprain it, right? Like sometimes you can just sprain ligaments just like you can sprain joints, because when you sprain your ankle, what you're really doing is spraining the ligament that holds your ankle together. My gosh, this is my D3 athlete career coming out on stream. When you sprain your ankle, you don't actually like sprain your ankle. You sprain the ligaments and the tendons that hold the joint together, right? And so when those things get weaker, that's when you tape ankles and things like that. So my guess is it's the same thing with Reece. He's actually sprained ligaments, so it's ligament damage. I think they're using verbiage that sounds a lot more serious, but like in the everyday life, we would also say, hey, I sprained my ankle, aka, hey, I have ankle ligament damage. Same idea there. So that's what I'm thinking it is. He just sprained it. There's no tears or structural damage, and he just needs time to let the inflammation go down. And that's when, like, you do a lot of ankle mobility exercises. If you guys have ever sprained an ankle, right, you have to then re-strengthen and train the body in that area to protect it. So I think that's what the situation is with Reese. Again, just based on what I'm grabbing and why he would need surgery. Hypothetical. Obviously, I have no idea, and I'm not a doctor. Anyways, Chelsea FC and you say, I'm sure you guys are all following if you're stateside, which is good. So, yeah, I wanted to jump into Naz's predicted lineup here as we're getting close to it. We love Nisar. He is a longtime friend of the pod. He obviously writes for the Standard, the Evening Standard. He left goal this summer and moved over. He had some predictions in here, which I think are a little bit interesting, but his predicted 11 is a 4-3-3. So it's kind of, I've heard rumors of a back three. He's saying back four. We don't know, especially with Graham. Things fluctuate even within a match to during a match to how they end the match. But he's going with Kepa in goal, which I all think we're expecting. You got Aspi Laqueta and Koulibaly, Thiago Silva, and Cucurella. So Cucurella comes in as left back, which I fully expect him to do to give Chilwell a rest, which he fully deserves. Sorry, I'm going to mess with my webcam here real quick. I apologize. Lovely people. Am I back? And then, continue to do the one in, one out with Chilwell. I'm fine with that. As far as Koulibaly and Silva with Aspi, I don't like it. It's a very slow back line. 3 of the 4 players are over 30 and not the most mobile. I would expect Potter to be a little bit more strategic in that sense, and I think you have to slot Trevo in there. Now, could Trevo play right back? He could, but he's probably more apt to play right center back. So, again, just something to think about. I wonder what the predicted Villa lineup is. We'll get into some of that stuff once it gets out. There's no sense in us speculating because we don't care about the Villa lineup. And then he's got Mount, Jorginho, and Kovacic in the middle. Again, I don't know if we're going to see Mount today. Briff Juliet in here says that they expect Mount to play. So, okay. Yeah, we'll find out. Jorginho, Kovacic, you're going to tell me that Connor's not in there. Ruben's not in there. Jorginho, Kovacic just played midweek. I don't think they're going to play again so quickly at the weekend. One of them is going to be rested, even though Jorginho had a really good game. To be fair, Kova did as well. And then Havertz, Aubameyang, and Sterling up top. Again, I feel like with how much Potter rotated for Wolves, this is essentially the same situation. I was going to wait to get into this until we look at it, but where are Villa? Villa are 16th. Wolves are 18th. Why would we not expect Graham Potter to make 6-7 changes again from the weekend? To me, I feel like Naz is predicting an unnecessarily strong lineup. Havertz, Aubameyang, Sterling. If we need Havertz, Aubameyang, Sterling to beat Aston Villa, we're in trouble. I think this is the perfect time to rotate players, right? This is even a game for Ziyech. Pulisic should go in. Can Broya start one? I think that this is the opportunity that Chelsea have to really cement or get minutes distributed across the board. We're in white. Even the men's team are wearing Get Well Soon, Emma. Absolutely one club. Top class. Love that the club are doing this, and I'm really not surprised. Let me go ahead and see if there's anything else in terms of lineups. I bet something's got to be leaked. There it is. Kepa, Trevo, I called it. Thiago, Cucurella, back three. Loftus-Cheek, Mount, Kovacic, and Chilwell. So it looks like Loftus-Cheek is going to right wing back. Cucurella left wing back. No, I'm sorry, Chilwell left wing back. Mount and Kovacic in the middle. You guys are right. I was wrong. Mount is playing. Kai, Aubameyang, and Sterling. Damn, he did pretty well, but it is a back three. It is a back three. Again, shout out. The women are kicking off right now. I've got it up on the FAWSL player. Let me drop a link in the chat for y'all. But the women are kicking off right now. You just have to make a free account. And in the chat, boom, dropped it. So if you go make your free account there, you can watch the women take on Everton right now. So yeah, that's the official lineup. I was just hoping if I get the lineup card, but I don't know if I'm going to. Naz probably got ahead of it. He got the team sheet, and there it is, official 3-5-2. Kepa in goal. Trevo, Thiago, and Cucurella. So Cucurella is going to be playing left center back for the first time as a Chelsea player. And then Ruben Loftus-Cheek getting slotted out to right wing back with Mount and Kovacic as the 2 6s. Chilwell left wing back. Kai, Aubameyang, and Sterling up top. On the bench, you got Mendy, Aspie, Koulibaly, Chukwuemeka, Gallagher, Jorginho, Zakaria. Zakaria making the bench finally. Finally making the bench. Pulisic and Broya up as attackers. The bench seems a little light, little thin. I think that makes sense, though, that Chukwuemeka's on the bench. A little homecoming for him. Sorry. Ugh. Yeah, so definitely a team far good enough to beat Villa. There's no doubt about it. Let's go ahead and see what Villa's lineup is. So they're going to go 4-3-3. So we got essentially a 3-4-3 versus a 4-3-3 today. Tyrone Mings back in the lineup. He's been in and out. A lot of falling out between him and Stevie G. Ashley Young back in. He's old. Douglas Luiz, John McGinn, Jacob Ramsey in the middle with Danny Ings, Ollie Watkins, and Liam Bailey up top. You know, I remember when Villa was supposed to be the next big thing. Coutinho is on their bench. Buendia they picked up from Norwich. Some just good players, but Steven Gerrard doesn't know how to coach good players. He knows how to coach hardworking players. So, hate to say it, but yeah. Damien asking, do we think that Stevie G will get sacked? I've been saying it in all my preview videos and everything. 100%. Right? I think you go out there and smash Villa. He gone. He out. So, and there's kickoff for the women's team. Ishan, our social media pro, harassing me, making sure I support the women. Of course I'm supporting the women, Ishan. Of course. So, yeah, as RP Game said here, I'm really interested to see how the Cucurella and Chilwell left center back, left wing back partnership goes. Like, I don't have any, concerns. It's just, it'll be the first time that we really see them play together. Aubameyang up top to go ahead and smash them. I mean, you just think he scored at least a goal today against a banged up, bruised up Villa. Adam Newson, yeah, saying it's a 3-5-2, so not 3-4-3. He's going. See, this is where Graham Potter just messes with us, right? Okay. This is why you read smart people. Adam Newson has been told that it's likely to be Raheem Sterling at right wing back, and then it's gonna be. I gotta share this in our WhatsApp. Sorry, and then it's gonna be Ruben in the center. You don't say. What do you guys think about that? Sterling slots in. I mean, are you limiting him? So then it would be Havertz and a bombing up top. See, now I got to go back and look at the lineup and try to figure this out. So obviously we know Chalobah, Silva, Cucurella, back three. Boom, done. So then what he's saying is that it's Sterling and Chilwell as wingbacks. And then you'd have Loftus-Cheek, Mount, and Kovacic in the middle with Kai and Aubameyang up top. Okay. So Kovacic and Ruben holding with Mace running around. I mean, those are three pretty attacking midfielders. Well, I mean, it could work, right? Again, for those of you that missed it, get well soon. Emma shirts are out with the men and the women, which is top class from both teams. She is at home resting from short notice surgery, but she's all good. Here's the women's team. They're going to go out and just pummel Everton, which is absolutely the best thing ever. I like that kit. Again, in case I did this at the beginning of the stream, I did a shout out to Emma. All the players are wearing Get Well Soon Emma warm-up tops. The men are doing it as well, which you absolutely just love to see. Again, one club mentality. Emma's the greatest ever women's manager, and she's damn near proving herself to be one of the greatest ever managers in the game. And she's Chelsea through and through. Grew up a Spurs fan, and she loves Chelsea, which says a lot. And what's fun fact, I've had beers with her at Frankie's outside the stadium. One of the coolest situations I've ever been a part of. So, anyways, as we just look ahead at this one, look, guys, Villa are bad. They are not doing well. Stevie G, I should look it up. What are the odds of him getting sacked in general? We should be walking them. Odds Steven Gerrard is sacked. All right, I was trying to find a gambling book. Coral, I know they're a bookie. Hassan Hoodle is a new favorite as of a week ago. They talk about Villa and obviously Leicester. So here it is at the bottom. Next Premier League sack manager. Hassan Hoodle is 4-9. Stevie G's 3-1. Brendan Rodgers 4-1. And that's essentially as of last week. Chelsea stick a boot in. That 3-1 might go up to that 4-9 of Ralph Hasenhüttl, which Southampton will be falling apart as we snag one of the recruitment directors out of their club. It's not going well for Southampton. That is for sure. I'm kind of surprised Brendan Rodgers is only 4-1. I mean, they are, rock bottom. You love to see Jurgen Klopp's name on there. Love to see it. But anyways, Villa are bad. Their form, they drew Nottingham Forest. They drew Leeds. They beat Southampton. They drew City. Again, that's their big result that they're trying to hold on to, is that they beat City. And they lost to Arsenal, but they're not. There's no spirit. There's no fight to them. This is a team that you score the first goal, they're gonna lay down and give it to you. So we need to go do that. They're scoring less than a goal per match. We're scoring more than a goal per match. They're conceding over a goal per match. We're conceding, but not really recently. We're doing much better, right? That's definitely trending down for us, which is good. We don't do clean sheets in the Premier League, but we might today. Obviously, we just beat Wolves 3-0, so it's definitely a chance that we might be able to. And then, yeah, as you'd expect, we'd have the stat leaders here minus tackles because they spend all their time defending, unlike us. And again, in case you missed it, Villa down in 16th place. How it affects us, though, right? This is really important for big teams, right? We're in the top 4. We're 2 matches behind Tottenham now, and we're a match behind City and Arsenal. I think Arsenal actually play while we do. Is that correct? Yeah, Arsenal Leeds will be playing. So we'll check in on them in a little bit. But, Arsenal will 100% drop points very soon. And then for us, it's essentially getting in and looking at how can we get into what I would realistically say is 2nd and 3rd place. The way the league's going, Chelsea should be in the top 3. If Arsenal slide, which they will, and Man City owns this league, can we get to 2nd or 3rd? If Tottenham are above us, we're a better team than Tottenham. Are United really going to push? Probably not. Are Liverpool going to climb the table? Probably. But they have ground to make up. All right, so we're on 16 points. United played Newcastle. I could easily see Newcastle knocking off United. But we have to climb the table, max points. Plus 6, puts us a point behind City and Tottenham, which is big. All right, I'm checking on chat. Could see Mountain Kai is center forward behind Abba. Maybe, again, Damien, who knows on these lineups? Until the game kicks off, we don't have a clue. Naz is saying 3-4-3. Adam Newson saying 3-5-2 with Raheem at right wing back. No idea. It's crazy. Carlos saying we should be walking all over them. And then we go to the Chelsea thing. You're damn right. We should walk Villa just like we did Wolves. And we made less changes. This, I would say this is a stronger lineup than against Wolves. So, fair to say 3-0 again. I know we're on the road. We're not at home. But, I don't think that's a big factor in this one. Alejandro then, again, twisting our brains, saying, well, what if Cucurella comes out on the right in a back 4? I don't see it's possible, but it would be wild. Yeah, there was a lot of talk about Cucurella being essentially a right wing back and all the new passing angles he'd create with his left foot. I mean, I guess, but it's a bit crazy. It's a bit funny as we look at it. But yeah, the rate, you guys tell me what you think in the chat, but if this is the way the top 4 look, I'd expect Chelsea to be in 2nd, 3rd place. If this is how we're looking at the table with Liverpool not being a competitor, United being the false competitor they are, there's no one else to really charge up. I mean, to me, Chelsea should be 2nd or 3rd this season. That's kind of what we've seen under Graham Potter and what we know we can do. To me, that is really where this club should be. Now we have to juggle competitions. We'll see what Tottenham do. They're obviously in good form as well, only having dropped points once in their last 5. They beat Everton this weekend, pretty much off a soft penalty, but they get it done. They're not great. They struggle in Europe, so when they get knocked out of Europe, they're going to be wholly focused on the league. And you know what happens when Antonio Conte only has the league to focus on. We've literally seen it firsthand as Chelsea fans. He's a psycho. He's managing that team so well. But they just aren't nearly as good of a team as Chelsea. So Leeds Arsenal is the other one that's going to be kicking off here around the same time. I just want to look through the Arsenal lineup to see if there's anything crazy from their side of it. Tomiyasu is still playing. I'm assuming someone's injured at left back, and that's why. Granit Xhaka, I just wish he was more of a liability these days. It was much more enjoyable that way. Or look, maybe Tomiyasu is better than Kieran Tierney, or maybe he's got a knock. I don't know, and I don't care. Nketiah on the bench. Yeah, look, Leeds are bad. I don't expect Leeds to pick up anything from this match. I don't know if you guys have an opinion in the chat. I don't see Leeds getting any points off Arsenal even though I said Arsenal are going to slip and slide. I just don't see it happening today. Well, okay. I want to go over yesterday's results as well because I'm a Premier League fan first, right? So the first match was on Friday. It was Brentford-Brighton. I was at work. I didn't really pay attention to this, but I was really, really surprised to see there was 2-0 for all of you fantasy Premier League managers out there. Ivan Toney on the double. Big points there. Brighton have had some good results since losing Graham Potter to the mighty Chelsea. But, a little bit of a hiccup, which I think was fine. I was just surprised that it was Brentford to knock them off. And then the early match on Saturday was Leicester Crystal Palace 0-0 snooze fest. Absolutely like the most boring match ever known to Premier League play. And I feel bad because the Philly Fan Fest was going strong and they had to endure that nonsense. 0-0 at the first match. They're out there drinking, trying to have a good time. Ugh. Okay, now I'm just getting this in WhatsApp that it's Mason Mount at right wing back. I can't. It's got Mount right wing back, Loftus-Cheek, Kovacic in the middle, and Chilwell left wing back. What? I've seen Mount, RLC, and Sterling all as the right wing back. I don't know what's going on. Someone help me. Either way, this seems like okay, I got to go back. I'm sorry. This seems like the most attacking lineup ever. Cuckoo's got an engine. He's always up. He essentially is like another attacker. Kovacic is a progressive midfielder. Ruben is a box-to-box. Mason is an attacker. Goal-scoring phenomenon. Like our best attacker until recent. And Kai is a goal scorer. This, in hindsight now, as we're like thinking about this, is an unbelievably attacking lineup. I don't know how much defensive structure there's going to be in this lineup. If it's Raheem at right wing back, if it's going to be Mount at right wing back, if it's going to be Ruben at right wing back, I don't really think it matters. They're going to be an attacker through and through. So how this works out, I do not know. Graham Potter is just pretzeling our brains, and he's having fun with it. Let me see if there's any updates on the twits. Again, shout out. The women are playing right now. I put the link in the description and in the chat. I'll pin it, so it'll be at the top of the chat. The women are playing. Go create a free account on the FA Player and watch them. They're playing Everton away. So Yaz, who is one of our hosts on the Tinkerman, our Tactics podcast, really, really good show. He's saying he has no idea. Sterling at ring back is the only coherent sense I can make of this one. Again, Ruben's done it. Jimmy Spliff is saying Mount will be at the 8. Alejandro, it's going to be Mount on the right, like Sterling played it earlier this season. But Alejandro, you just said Raheem's done it, so why wouldn't it go back? You know? Like, holy smokes. Give him some love. I love the Philly Blues. Shout out to them. That's what I was talking about. They're hosting the Philly Fan Fest, an absolute awesome group. Love the Philly Blues. Really, really good group of people. We've got to interact with them. Again, is this Kukurea at right back and not a back 3? Is it a back 4? Why is this so hard? By the way, Belle Silva, absolute boss. She's Chelsea through and through. All right, let's see what the lineup conversation is here. They want Broya. don't know. I don't know. Yeah, Ziyech is still out of the squad, as Naz tweeted here too. So, I mean, like he hasn't been playing, so probably not that big of a deal. But Zakaria, is he gonna get some minutes? Apparently not. Boston Blues, love him. I don't know. Like it just is what it is. We got to wait to see how it kicks off. Um, it's good to it's good to check the Chelsea page. They're saying 3-4-3, but there's many times where I've been here on the Chelsea page. I got in the lineup from them, and then once the match is over and you come back for like my match review videos and stuff, it'll say 4-2-3-1 or 4-3-3. Like it will change. So even the people who do the media and the graphics for the club don't have a clue what it is. All right, we got some quotes from Potter here. He says, it would be wrong of me to say that we're not going to miss players like Reece and N'Golo. That's normal, and Wesley Fofana as well, but that's the job of the squad, and it's my challenge to find a different solution. We haven't got another Reece James or another N'Golo Kante, so you have to find a different way of working within the team. Tactically, it's a challenge, but it's one that we're up for, and we have to find those solutions. He's just messing with us. He's just messing with us. Solid subs bench. Again, I like to see youth getting to play quite a bit. Broya definitely should come on as a second half battering ram. To be fair, I do think he's a lot better than a battering ram. He is not just a battering ram. I just know that if he comes in with his physical presence in the second half, after Aubameyang, Sterling, Kai, Mount, whoever, Chilwell have been running at this defensive unit of Villa for 60, 70 minutes, that he's going to have a lot of success, similar to Wolves, where he came on and scored in the 90th, 89th, 90th minute, whatever it was. That I think you should see that again out of him. But if we're ever chasing a second goal or whatever, he should be in. He's so hungry. He's going to hunt, and he's going to find a way to score. Same thing with Pulisic coming off the bench. He would definitely light a fire. The fact that you can bring an experience like Aspi off the bench, energy with Connor. You got Jorginho here. Even Koulibaly is experienced depth. I think this is a good balanced bench we have here. And if all goes well and Chukwuemeka can get some time playing against his former team, I think that'll be emotional for him. But Potter's going to do what's best for the team over that. Oh man. Again, like a weird up and down, like back and forth between us and Villa. It hasn't been great. Do you guys ever find it so in a locker room who sits by who? I find it really interesting, right? Sometimes it's by nationality, a lot of times it's by language. So you've got Jorginho and Koulibaly sitting next to each other, obviously, because they played in Napoli together. They both speak Italian. And then it's like FIFA chemistry, right? So then you have link from Koulibaly to Jorginho, and then you've got a link from Jorginho to Silva because they both speak Portuguese. Because I'm not saying Jorginho is Brazilian. He's Italian. He just happens to speak Portuguese. So obviously him and Thiago can talk. And then what's the chem link between Thiago and Kova? Like, who's next to Kova? Maybe that would give us an idea. Because maybe Kova is like a start of a new link. I don't know. I want to see the rest of the dressing room. I want to know who sits next to who. Sack alert. Look at that. He doesn't look real confident, if I say so myself. That is not the face of a confident man. He knows he is on the way out. I don't know. What are you guys' score predictions? Throw them in the comments, and we will see what is up. Again, I'm going with another 3-0. I don't see there's any reason why not. No one has an idea what is going on. Adam Newsom with a little bit of conversation here saying you got 37-year-old Ashley Young at left back. Put Raheem Sterling on that flank and play him high. Let him run at him all game. Makes sense. You got some more smart person talk from Yaz. Said Kova is basically dropping into left back against Salzburg to allow Raheem to go and being a winger, so it wouldn't surprise me if he did that again. Trust Trevo and Cucurella to manage the wide areas as well, which is true. I mean, they're so athletic and fast. They can cover the wings, no problem. This is funny. So this is what's on Sky Sports. This is their prediction of the lineup. So their prediction is, again, the 3-4-3. They've got Loftus-Cheek at right wing back. I don't know. I don't think that's going to settle. I think it's not going to be this. Maybe Sterling at right wing back, knowing that Kova can cover with Ruben and Mount Else in the middle. Freaking Graham Potter. We just haven't had enough matches under Graham to know how to read between the lines. Like with Tuchel, you could read between the lines. But not with Potter. Potter ball is an amorphous blob. It's an amorphous blob. Again, shout out to the Philly Blues. This is 2 hours ago, so it's 6:30 a.m. They were out there getting set up. They're absolute legends. Thank you for representing Chelsea at the Philly Fan Fest. You guys are amazing. Again, if those of you who missed it, this is the Matt Law versus London is Blue podcast derby. We were messaging with him about it, and he doesn't feel confident. He feels like Chelsea are going to go and smash up the place at Villa, which you would absolutely love to see. Shout out to Drawings by Aaron. He's such a talented designer. If you're not following him, Chelsea fan. Such good work. Son, Chelsea gets fired. Oh, man. I think where I'm at on a lot of this, Chelsea fans, is that I don't really care what the lineup is or who's in. This team is good enough to go spank Villa, and I fully expect them to do that. There's really nothing else to say. We can create overloads on both sides. You've got players that haven't played a lot for Villa in. John McGinn is not young. He's in the middle. What is he? He's 27? Really? I thought he was 37. All right, he's 24. He's got to be young. Jacob Ramsey, 21, yeah. The way I look at this is Villa team is low on confidence, struggling. And this is a Chelsea team flying high on confidence. Absolutely should smash up Villa. There's no reason. I'd love to see the Villa opposition view on this one. I mean, best case scenario for them, they get a draw at home. Best case scenario. It's up to Chelsea to not make mistakes, not give away cheap free kicks in and around Kepa's box. Definitely don't give up any soft penalties, or any, actually. I don't even want it to be a hard penalty. Like, this team, man-to-man on paper, should smash up Villa. Villa has to be so just disheartened that Aubameyang, Raheem Sterling, Kai Havertz, Mason Mount, Ruben Loftus-Cheek, Ben Chilwell are all going to be bombarding their box all day. They don't have the answers for that. Now, do I expect Emiliano Martinez to play really well today? Yes, obviously. Always happens. Oppo goalkeeper always plays well. But he's not going to be able to do enough to keep out this attack. Chelsea are flying high. So much momentum. I know losing Reece James is going to be a huge loss. I get that. But there's other players in the team that are doing a job that are going to provide and create. In this lineup, you've got, on the right side, you've got Trevo, you've got Mount, and you've got Kai on the right side. Again, I don't think that's how it's going to actually line up, but that's still a really good side. And this also goes back to, if Mason does play right wing back, goes back to my video that I released earlier this last week, that he will sacrifice the team before himself. He will play out of position. He will fill a hole. He will play unselfishly for the good of the team, which makes him captain material. I want to check in on the women's team. They're at Everton, taking them on right now, live. Again, free account FA player, link pinned in the description. They already got 5 shots. They're already pinging the box. Fully expect them. They've had a bit of a rough start to the season, even though they went and bought a bunch of studs, trying to figure out the team. So 7 points in second, but you'd expect them to not have lost and not have drawn this early in some of the matches that they played this season. So still expecting a treble, but they are in the pursuit of Champions League. That is their big one. Give me the latest. I keep seeing the same stuff over and over. I mean, I'm a big fan of that warm-up top. I wouldn't wear it, though. I bet a lot of people are going to buy warm-up tops so they don't have to buy – with Trivago on it, so they don't have to buy kits with 3 UK on it. Good to see a bunch of fans at the Villa Stadium. Again, if you missed it, everyone's supporting Emma Hayes today. She recovers at home from emergency surgery. She is in a good spot, but both men's and women's teams putting messages out there. Super happy for her. Really am. Really glad to hear she's doing well and love to see the effort from the club. Goal scorers, they expecting Aubameyang to score right away, to be the first scorer. Love to see it. Not a bad bet whatsoever. How many matches in a row is that for Kepa? Love FB Ref. Big fan. Give me all comps. Six. He's played 6 matches now. So he's got 6 matches played in a row. He's played all the Champions League matches. Is that right? Oh, I suppose if Mendy got hurt at West Ham, was that right before Zagreb? Either way, he's got 6 on the trot. 6 in a row. So good for him. He's in a good spot. He seems confident, seems very settled. I think that's the best thing you can say for Kepa is he looks settled. Doesn't look like he's nervy. Doesn't look like he's rattled at all. He looks settled in there. Looks confident. It's exactly what you would expect. How much confidence do you all have about Kepa in chat that are watching? Are you happy that he's in there? Or you still have a little bit of concern when you see him on the starting lineup? Apparently Potter had a quote on Reece James. I want to see if I can get that. No, they're not going to share the quote. It's only on the Fifth Stand app. I can't be bothered. Not a lot on Twitter. Is it because it's an early kickoff on a Sunday? Is that why? Everyone's still getting up and get going. I know you're all heroes in the stateside. None of you better be on the West Coast. If you all are sitting here at 5:37 in the morning West Coast time and on this stream, you are crazy. I'm just sitting here drinking my coffee, trying to get going for the day, get warmed up. We're probably going to do spaces at halftime, and then I'll be back with a post-match live stream. There's a lot more to react to post-match. Pre-match, you pretty much just have the lineup. I'm happy with this. I like these 3. I think it's kind of interesting with Kovacic. He has such a high pedigree. I think when everything is down to him to make the midfield successful, which we've seen sometimes when he's been there with Jorginho, and Jorginho on a bad day is a bad day for everybody, but it makes it even harder for Kovacic. When Kovacic has someone that can be an anchor for him to play off of, he is so good and would be inside every team. The problem, though, is I think he's very reliant on who his partner in the midfield is. I think that's fair to say, right? Like his skill set is limited if he's having to do a lot of the track back dirty work. Against Milan when Jorginho's having a great game, okay, cool. Like he can get involved. Like he'll have freedom to do his thing. But when he's locked down and he's having to defend and scrap and tackle back, like you're not going to get a good day out of Kovacic. But again, with the right partner, Kova is a class player. Aubameyang. Are you guys surprised about how good of a signing that is? Anyone? Anyone surprised about how quickly he's gelled and settled? You've got that. You've got the home break-in, the leaving Barcelona to come here after the season has started. I'm very impressed with Aubameyang. He looks professional. He looks disciplined. He looks engaged. And, for him to come after spending so much time at Arsenal, I get he's a professional, but, that's got to be a bit of a challenge for him. But he knows the Premier League. He came in, hit the ground running. Oh, he's got those throwback Nikes. Sorry, I'm a bit of a sneakerhead. Except not sneakers, purely cleats. So this is that shoe that has like 10 different designs all chopped together and like assembled. Anyways. And then you got Tiago in the back. You can all sleep at night knowing that Tiago's there at the back. Absolutely love it. I don't know. I'm bullish. I'm excited. I'm happy. I'm still predicting my 3-0. I could see it being 5-6-1 though, if I'm being honest. I really do. I really could see, and if the dam breaks against Villa, they're toast. If the dam breaks, Villa quit, Chelsea just demolish them. I could see it happening. I could see a 6-0. Oh, yeah, I didn't even finish the rest of the table. That's hilarious. Fulham 2, Bournemouth 2. That was a shootout. Wolves 1, Nottingham Forest 0. That was so boring. And Spurs, generous that they got their second. It was 0-0 until like the 70th minute. Spurs are like Arsenal. They're barely holding it together. United Newcastle, the other game at 8 o'clock Central. 9 Eastern. Cristiano Ronaldo plays for United. Uh-oh. Good luck, bad luck. Jadon Sancho's in, Anthony, Casemiro, Fred, Bruno. It's what, a 4-2-3-1. So we got Jadon, Anthony, and Bruno is the 3. Fred and Casemiro holding. Luke Shaw, Dallo, Varane, and Lisandro Martinez. What happened to Harry Maguire? Is he out? Looks like he's injured. Miguel Almiron is having an amazing season. Gomes is having a great season. Obviously, Trippier does well. Pope does well. Look, I still think Newcastle could beat United. That is not going to surprise me one bit. We went over to match officials already on the preview match. There's nothing. We have a JV ref, so expect JV calls. It's going to be stupid. VAR's going to get involved in a wrong way, and it's not going to go well. But I don't know. I think that's enough for me. We've previewed everything. There's really just not a lot coming in, except hold your horses, everybody. Hold them. The women have scored. Breaking news. Pernilla Harder, who just came back from injury, starts and scores. Harder. She scored. Again, FA player, link in the description. Go check it out. She just scored. Opened up the game. Oh man, it's gonna be good. So anyways, I'm gonna watch that until kickoff. Enjoy. I will be back post-match, but at halftime, we're going to do a Twitter Spaces, all right? So if you want to get involved, head over to Twitter. We're going to be there, and then I'll be back with a post-match live stream as well. I need to refill my coffee. I'm going to go get set up for the men's match out in the living room. Thank you for hanging out this morning. It's a bit of an early one, so you all are absolute heroes for getting up at whatever time it is to watch Chelsea. But I'm going to end it. I'll be back full time. Hey, 6-0. Let's go. See you, Chelsea fans.